Hi, it's Dr. Connie. So last week I spoke about the importance of movement, and not just any movement, but safe movements to ensure you keep your joints and muscles safe. I've blogged about the importance of muscle mass for our health and longevity a while back. Refer to the link in our blog. As I emphasized in that blog, muscles are the largest organ in our body and they're important for our metabolism. And because after all, if we don't move, we can't function. The problem is that we take our muscles for granted and many of us move only when absolutely necessary. We've gotten lazy in this convenient world of technology. So today I want to talk to you about sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is muscle loss related to aging. It may start slowly in your 30s and continue to progress rapidly as you get older. And because sarcopenia is not something we routinely measure in the medical world, it's just accepted that we get weaker as we grow older. But the problem is that muscle mass is fundamental to health and longevity, and if we don't use it, we do lose it. Loss of muscle mass is a critical factor in health decline in older populations because it's progressive. And sarcopenia affects our functional ability. With the loss of muscle comes a loss of strength and endurance. And it becomes difficult to perform normal functional activity like climbing stairs, getting in and out of bed, and the car. It leads to falls and serious injuries, including broken bones. And when injuries do occur, it takes longer time to heal. And surgeries may cause more complications due to increased potential for infection. And unless measures are taken to stop it, sarcopenia may lead to prolonged hospitalizations, nursing homes, and possibly even death. I know it's hard to fathom, but for many of you with aging parents, this hits you hard as you witness the decline of your parents. So let's talk a little bit about anabolism and catabolism. And when talking about muscles, it's important to discuss the building of the muscles, which is anabolism, versus breaking down of muscles, which is catabolism. Our bodies are constantly remodeling. We build and rebuild molecules, break down the old cells and tissues to make way for the new, and detoxify the broken down cells. And when we're younger, our body's ability to build exceeds the rate of breakdown. It's important to note that there are multiple factors that contribute to higher rates of catabolism than anabolism as we age. Such are changes in neurochemistry, hormonal imbalances, production of inflammatory cytokines, malnutrition, gut permeability, chronic stress, inflammation, environmental toxins, and sedentary lifestyles. Now let's talk about satellite cells. Muscle is made up of many different cell types. One particular cell, the satellite cell, is not active unless there is some stimulus, either from injury to the muscle or from the environment, carried in the bloodstream. And when activated, these satellite cells become new muscle cells. And satellite cells are important because they have receptors that respond to estrogen and testosterone. And this is another reason why we tend to have shrinking of muscle mass as we get older. So, referring to the estrogen and testosterone, which are our sex hormones, we know that sarcopenia develops with decline of sex hormones. And there's also studies to support that estrogen has beneficial effects on muscle strength. Most muscle cell types have receptors for testosterone, but testosterone receptors predominate in satellite cells. Replacing testosterone increases the number of satellite cells and also directly prevents inflammation in our bodies. Higher testosterone levels contribute to increased strength and muscle mass, and since women generally have less testosterone than men, this might explain why women tend to develop sarcopenia at twice the rate as men. Let's now talk about DHEA and human growth hormone. So adrenal DHEA, another androgen, also declines with age and may affect muscle strength through a number of mechanisms. First of all, DHEA is converted to estrogen and testosterone in the body, which may have a direct effect on the receptors. Also, DHEA increases sensitivity to insulin, another anabolic hormone, which may also increase levels of growth hormone, and studies show that growth hormone increases muscle mass. So moving on to aging and frailty triad. In their article, Frailty and the Older Man, Drs. Jeremy Walston and Linda Fried proposed looking at the connection of frailty in the elderly as a triad. First, with aging, the hypothalamic response to stress is change. Cortisol levels increase and the signals to produce sex hormones and growth hormones decline. Second, the immune system is affected, producing fewer antibodies and more inflammatory cytokines. Third, both of these effects contribute to sarcopenia. So key point is that all these three systems are interdependent. The endocrine system, the immune system, and the muscular system participate together in a spiral of decline. So in conclusion, health is wealth. Maintaining the health of the body requires collaboration between various factors. Our awareness of these factors provides us with the tools to slow aging by optimizing and leveraging our resources to promote strong bodies. And such factors include eating a healthy, whole foods diet and promoting healing for our digestive tract, and enhancing metabolic processes and detoxification with essential vitamins and minerals, and also minimize environmental toxic exposure. In addition to these factors, our health is significantly affected by our hormones. Sarcopenia is an example of how hormone deficiencies hinder us from achieving optimal health. Fortunately, our commitment to our own health allows us to slow the inevitable decline as we age and stave off the effects of sarcopenia and other age-related conditions. A simple validated questionnaire called FRAIL can be used to screen for sarcopenia. If you answered yes to 3 or more of the following, you are considered frail, potentially indicative of sarcopenia. Number 1. Fatigue. Did you feel tired most of the time in the last 4 weeks? Number 2, resistance. Can you walk up 10 steps without resting? Number 3, ambulation. Can you walk several hundred yards? 4, illnesses. Do you have more than 4 illnesses? 5, loss of weight. Have you lost 5% of your normal weight in the last year? Thanks so much for listening, reading, or watching our blog. Please subscribe, comment, or like our podcast, YouTube, and social media channels, Facebook @Alkaline Method and @Lupus Rebel. I'll see you guys next week.